Hello, everyone, and welcome to your weekly dose of truth tarot. Please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Terryann, the cutest, and we're going to sort of continue what we were doing last week. This is the week of March 6th to the 12th. Let's see what's going on. We're nearing closer and closer to the spring equinox, and we're going to just kind of peek into what transitions do we need to look forward to. I myself am very curious as to what is it that we need to deal with, and this is success in our lives. We need to deal with the successes. So that doesn't mean whatever success you've had. This is contending with success that is going to, let's say, is down the pipe, and we want to get that success. We want to go into that direction. We want to have that wisdom. We want to cultivate what is essential to us in the earth, because the card is an earth card. So that's what we're contending with. So tell us, cards, what is it that we're looking at that could be our difficulty? What is our difficulty during this period? The difficulty would be, whoa. Okay, so that's worry. We've got an earth card again. This is worry. So the tendency to worry about success obviously is going to hinder success. You know, it would have been much better. I'm worried about success, but I'll get there. This is saying, well, success is what we need to contend with, but worry is what crosses us on our path. This is where we get a little, let's say we're worried about money. We're worried about what our next steps are. We're worried about how we're going to pay a bill. We're worried about how we're going to take care of a part of, I don't know, the building that you live in is needing reconstruction. So let's see it. I'm going to ask a future predictive question. Now, as you know, I don't like predictive questions. I like more reading the energies and seeing what it is that we're looking at. And then you, when you're listening, do you vibrate with it or not? You know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So in this case, we're looking for outcome. Outcome is this is where the mind needs to have laser focus on what the outcome will be. So whatever your outcome is, the mind needs to go there and not obviously engage in worry. That's an emotion. So the mind is going to take us out of that arena. So I didn't say the question out loud, but I'm looking at, well, what happens if we continue along the same path, debauchery occurs, and we actually will fail because the emotional content will take over and will end up, ruining things emotionally. And the other side of that is we may need to make a sacrifice. So a sacrifice is usually a good thing. You might have to sacrifice, I don't know, let's say you need a new roof. You might have to sacrifice this year's vacation so you get a new roof. Those things are really good sacrifices versus the melodrama that occurs. So interestingly enough, for this week, we've got a little melodrama going on. We want success, but it looks a little bit more like wishful thinking over here. It's like, yeah, I'd like success. But now when you see all of these cards, it's like, okay, get a grip on yourself. You want success, but there are a lot of things to contend with. And part of the things that you need to contend with have to do with sacrifice and stop going off into, I don't want to give that up and I don't want to do this. Of course, we don't want to give things up, but we must to have a better life. So, big deal this week before we get to spring. So let's see. We'll see what happens next week. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the flip side. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Please like, share, and subscribe.